This week, we continue our Great Loop adventures by leaving Charleston, South Carolina, making a stop in small-town McClellanville, then anchoring up in Georgetown, where we run into a big issue.
I'm probably going to have to remove the starter.
If you're new here, I'm Carly, this is Evan, and our sweet pup Ripley. Instead of waiting on the right time in this life that we're not guaranteed, we decided to take on America's Great Loop now while we're young. So far, we've cruised about 500 nautical miles since leaving Stuart, Florida in February. We hope you'll subscribe and join us on this adventure. We arrived in Charleston exactly 1 week ago, and we have had a great time. It's also been quite an eventful time. So we got here Sunday. We anchored at the Brittlebank Park, Anchorage, and it was amazing. I can't even begin to explain like how much of a lifesaver that was, because everywhere that you could potentially dock in Charleston is so expensive. So we were really grateful that Patrick and Leela from Grand Life gave us that recommendation. They are from Charleston. We met them in St. Mary's, and they're the ones that told us about it, and thank God, because it had a dock, so we could take Ripley to the bathroom pretty easily. We held strong for exactly 7 nights. We never had to change the anchor, never had to adjust the bridle. It was so good. Low tide to high tide. The current was pretty strong there at times, but it really was an amazing spot. With the electric scooters, we were still able to check out all of downtown, and even within walking distance, there were quite a few restaurants. Publix was less than half a mile away to walk to, so really, really great Anchorage. Can't say enough amazing things about it, especially for a city like this. Now, after some fun Sunday afternoon, Monday and Tuesday night, unfortunately, Evan here got sick. And not only did Evan get sick, but Josh and Haley got sick too. I don't know how I got my way out of that one, but yeah, we think it was the norovirus. He's still kind of not feeling great. Wow. We've been in Charleston for a couple days. We have not vlogged anything, just been enjoying our time. The Anchorage has been amazing. But all that to say, I'm with Scout right now, Josh and Haley's dog. We got some people down. Josh, Haley, and Evan, all 3 of them are throwing up, not doing well. I don't know why I'm smiling, because it's not fun at all. But it's just throwing us for a loop a little bit, and it's just a bummer because we've all been so excited to be here in Charleston. But I'm gonna run to Publix, grab some ginger ales. Just like nothing, no food sounds good to them. Evan doesn't even want anything. I tried to give him a couple different beverages, and yeah, it just sucks. So that's the loop for you, I guess.
I suck at being sick.
Who's good at it?
Well, I thought I was healed, and then went for a adventure on Saturday, and turns out I wasn't healed yet.
He had a 102-degree fever last night, so that was not fun.
I think I just ran myself into the ground further. Yeah, I got back, felt really tired, sweaty, chills. Not fun being sick on a boat.
No.
Or throwing up on a boat.
No.
Or having any sort of just scare of overflowing your holding tank. If you know what I mean.
That brings us to today, and we had original plans of staying in Charleston for a little bit longer. We made reservations this week at the Charleston Maritime Center, and amazing price here. Nowhere else has this price for a marina. It's $2 a foot, and luckily they did have 2 spots open for us. But unfortunately, the way the cards were dealt, the tides are a little crazy this week, and there is actually a negative tide. So when Josh and Haley pulled into the marina today, they actually ran aground. Now, this marina here, they were hit pretty hard by one of the most recent hurricanes, so they're still trying to, get back from that. They probably need to redredge a couple areas. But unfortunately, because another couple boats are coming in tomorrow, we have to leave. So it's fine. We have nothing bad to say about this marina. There's free laundry, my favorite words. The showers are really nice, and the location is also wonderful. But that means we're just going to keep moving forward, and we're just changing our plans a little bit. Next up, we are headed to McClellanville. One of our YouTube subscribers, Brian, he offered his slip up there to us, so hopefully we can introduce you to him. But I will leave you here for now. Tomorrow morning, we will be getting up and on the move again. Good morning. It is a bit of a foggy one this morning, but it's also, oh, there's a dolphin. Oh, 2 dolphins. It is Monday, and Evan has to log on for work. I have a little bit more flexibility, so I'm driving today, and that's just the name of the game with the cards we were dealt this week. A lot of people do ask what we do for work, and we've talked about it before, but I think this is a good time to talk about it again. Evan works full-time, a corporate job. It's a smaller startup. So he does work roughly the hours 8 to 5, but he has, an understanding with his manager that he just needs to hit 32 hours to be full-time, and then he can still get all the benefits, and his manager is very understanding of what we're doing, and we're really lucky to be in that situation. He is a project engineer, so he's fully remote in this role. He really enjoys the company that he works for. He's a mechanical engineer by trade. So yeah, that's what Evan does. And then I actually transitioned to full-time freelancing back in May 2024. So that's why I have a little bit more flexibility. I wouldn't say that freelancing is a full-time 40 hours a week. Although now that I am, spending a lot of time putting our YouTube videos together, I would say I do work 40 hours a week. It's just a matter of, sometimes I'm working later into the night putting those videos together. And then I have a couple clients that I do marketing work for. So that's my background, is marketing. Journalism is what I went to school for. So that's what we do. And that's why I can drive on the weekdays and we have a little bit more flexibility. I would say to anyone that is looking to do the loop at a younger age like us, and still needs to work, I would say it would definitely provide its challenges if both of us worked a typical 9 to 5 with no flexibility. The other thing is we go very slow. If you had a quicker boat and you could cover more hours in the morning and the afternoon, maybe you could both work, those 9 to 5 jobs. But that's just how it works for us. Anyways, we are on our way to McClellanville, and it should be about 6 hours today. Hopefully the fog kind of burns off, but I do think it's going to be a bit overcast today. So here we go. Let's cruise.
Always found it funny, no one sang about her. Cursed her name till I left without her. Evening skies of Auburn.
We are wrapping up our 2 days in McClellanville, South Carolina, and this is a little hidden gem.
Yep.
It's kind of a pattern we're getting into here, little hidden gems. But this one is tiny, nothing fancy. There's not like a downtown strip, but the people are great.
It's a hidden gem because of the people, for sure. Ripley wanted to be a part of this because she got to partake in some of this too.
You cannot be there. My baby.
Okay. Take 2. Even she got to partake in some of the things we did. So Brian and Sharon, they reached out. They had followed us on YouTube, and they knew we were getting close to the area, and they said, if you want to stop at Lakeland Oil Co., we have a slip. And they were gracious enough to let us stay here at no cost, which was so amazing. We met up with them the day we got here. They welcomed us into their home. We had wine and charcuterie and beer, and they gave us a personal tour of the town on their golf cart. Actually saw that some of Outer Banks was filmed here, which that's one of our
the school
favorite
in Outer
shows.
Banks is literally in their backyard.
They were so incredible. We got off well and had great conversation, and then they brought up her parents' property and the gardening that they do there and all the landscaping, and they offered to bring us there. So yesterday we went. It's over 100 acres of probably the most beautiful property I've ever been on. of somebody that currently owns it.
Yeah, what's unique about it is, like, they live there, but they also maintain it.
Maintain all of it themselves. Yeah, I'm just feeling so grateful for how welcomed we were and how people just, you know, welcome you with open arms and are so supportive of our journey even from afar. And it was just amazing.
I feel like we got to live on the loop after this just so we can help support other loopers as they're going.
I know, right? And so on their property they have chickens, and they gave us 5 dozen eggs, which first of all is just super nice in itself. But if you know the current state of affairs right now, that saves us, what, close to $50?
Probably at least
in some places, we've been seeing $10 for a dozen. So, yeah.
And these are farm they
fresh.
range around. We saw the 6 chickens they have,
We met
6
them.
plus a rooster.
Yep.
And we even got to open it up and grab the eggs out.
Yeah.
It's
So
very
just
cool.
Our cup is full as we're leaving McClellanville. Today we are headed up to Georgetown. We'll be there for a couple nights, and then we'll continue onward.
Yeah, you ready for a cruising day?
She loves her cruising days, don't you? I know you're so happy. Thank you. Thank you.
Listen for us, sound of a forest, a jamboree, sweet cicada chorus.
We just anchored in Georgetown, rode the dinghy into the public dock, Harley let Ripley go to the bathroom. Now we're gonna go walk around. Not sure what we're getting ourselves into, but we'll take you along for the ride as we go up and down the block.
With you always, you've had me all along.
Let's check out the little brewery.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Like it?
Low Country Lager.
After 2 nights in Georgetown, we geared up to pull anchor, but we were given the most unwelcome surprise. The engine wouldn't start. So you think it's the starter battery?
I don't think it's the battery. I think it's the starter.
All the connections are good?
Yeah, I did tighten the negative.
Just let me know what you need me to do.
I'm just teaching myself now. I'm probably gonna have to remove the starter.
And buy a new one?
We'll get it. We can get them rebuilt. Well, I guess let's start with step 1 and jumping the 2 posts. Would the swishing come from just like the top, you think?
Well, it's more so you're going to hear it within the manifold. So it's going to be running down the port side as it comes out. And what you're also feeling is for any hard spots. And, you're going to have obviously the moments the valves are opening and closing. You feel some things, but we don't want any really hard spots, hard to turn through spots. It should be equal to turning the whole rotation.
Can you explain what's going on?
Oh, just boat things. Go to leave today, and the motor ignition turns on. We get 1 click, no rotation, and we've not been having the best starting, so I was not surprised. A little bit of writing on the wall. Today it finally gave out, so this is the motor starter. That's the starter battery, and it has plenty of volts. It's over 12 volts. When you go to connect the circuit with the push to start, the solenoid pulls in, sends current to this solenoid, and then this solenoid pulls in and this moves. This spins. There's a gear in here. It moves forward and backwards and connects with the flywheel. And cranks the pistons. After a couple cranks, it should make enough compression to start. And we are not getting that right now. I think because this solenoid's bad, taking it apart so we can order a new one and replace it.
We were on the phone with American Diesel for a while. He was really helpful.
Yeah, the guys at American Diesel are incredible.
Sorry, Rip. We're not leaving today, doesn't look like.
Your options are as follows. For next day service, you're looking at $56. For 2-day service, which would be there on Tuesday, you are looking at $25. Doesn't look like Saturday's available.
Should be Monday.
Just double check that.
Well, Saturday would be next day, right?
No, Saturday would be Monday. The way the system works is that they go by business days, and if you wanted something to get there on a Saturday with UPS, it would have to be for Saturday delivery, which is usually like a $25 upcharge. But it also has to be a zip code that they offer the service in.
I'm hoping this is the problem and it's nothing to do with water. Because when I spun it, like you said, I feel like it was okay. But
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a difficult thing to contend with, but it could have created the problem with the starter if you were getting water in there. So one really important thing that I would recommend doing is where the hose that connects from the transmission cooler to the mixing elbow, that 90-degree hose that's coming port side aft quarter and coming out of the transmission cooler.
Well, what do you do when you're stranded in Georgetown?
you do some sort of boat project. So today I'm sanding the railing and doing some teak oil. So if you come up here, you can see between sun and worn out, dried up gray teak, sanded and ready for oil versus already oiled.
There's our beautiful golden teak.
She's back.
Good work.
So yeah, it's what I'm doing. Thank goodness for a lot of battery power and an inverter.
The last time you did this, you did hand sanding, and now we pulled out the sander, which
Yeah, it is so much better.
I don't know why we didn't do that the first time.
I don't think I did a good job the first time, to be honest. Yeah, the oil part's the easy, satisfying part. The sanding's what takes. And then once I get the dust off and dry, you just come by and oil her up. See that? Look at that. Boom. Oh boy. We got the part.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous because I really hope that it works.
Yep, there's only one way to find out. We just took delivery from American Diesel, a starter. Huge thank you to Brian and Sharon of McClellanville. They have been such a huge part of this loop already. We got to see their house. They let us deliver this here and then even drove it up about 25 miles for us. So we could not do this without their help. So now it's time to put it on and see if it works.
Oh, I hope it works.
Let's open it up.
We actually also just watched Searching for Seashells. That's another YouTube channel today. And they were having a very similar starter issue. So we were watching it and we were like, oh no.
Except they replaced the entire starter.
And it still didn't work, so I'm nervous.
It's just going to be a round piece of metal.
Yeah, for $170.
Well, it's pretty complicated. It's an electromagnet. Now it's time to get in the engine room.
Yeah.
Take my good shirt off.
Yeah, right. Get your oil change shirt on.
Here's my dirty one.
Woohoo!
This is the old one taken apart. Loose lug. And here's the new one.
Pretty.
That has to make good contact with that. Which, this is the old one. From the time we picked up the part to the time we're going to try and start the engine, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30.
And that's getting tools out too. Well,
Do you want me to start it?
I think you need to take that hatch out right there so you can talk to me.
Okay.
As we said earlier, we're finding that the people we meet along the way are what make this adventure truly worth it. We cannot thank Brian and Sharon enough for showing what true Southern hospitality and real kindness looks like. It's the people that pick you up when you're down, and boy were we down bad, but not for long.
Going on, ready?
sounded so much better.
It did right away too.